What's this? A letter for me.
Welcome to another episode of Remember the Greats Through the Mail Thursdays. Well, if you've been following my channel this past week, you've noticed that I've been featuring a lot of videos featuring Women in Baseball Week. Well, this week is Women in Baseball Week, and this is not, how do I say this, going to be a true through the mail success. Let's call this a reverse TTM success, hopefully, because the individual I'm going to show to you currently is in the minor leagues in coaching as a manager. And who am I talking about other than the first ever female manager in minor league baseball history in affiliated baseball with the New York Yankees, then current Tampa manager, the affiliate of the Yankees, Rachel Balkovec, on 2 of 2. And again, these are not TTM successes. These are actually in-person successes. I actually had the unique opportunity to meet Rachel a few years back in 2018, was it? Yes, 2018. And that's where I got these cards signed. So let me tell you about Rachel and her significant role in women's baseball, as today we celebrate Women in Baseball Week on the Remember the Great Sports YouTube channel. So the information I'm using is strictly off of her Wikipedia page, so I don't know fact from fiction. Anybody can upload a Wikipedia page, so hopefully we get a pretty good profile about Rachel and talk about her. So Rachel is a Class A minor league manager of the Tampa Tarpons, and we're going to go back to that here in a little bit, but we're going to talk about her early life and her rise to becoming the first female manager in affiliated baseball. Balkovec grew up in Omaha, Nebraska. As a student, she went to high school in Omaha and played softball, soccer, and basketball. She initially attended Creighton University, where she was a catcher on the Creighton Blue Jays softball team, but later transferred to the University of New Mexico, where she also played catcher for the New Mexico Lobos. She graduated from New Mexico in 2009 with a bachelor's degree in exercise science. She then went on to earn her master's degree from Louisiana State University in kinesiology. In 2018, she actually enrolled overseas in the Netherlands to study human movement sciences, earning her second master's degree. Balkovec began her career in 2012 as a temporary contract strength and conditioning coach for the Johnson City Cardinals, right there on the left. This was at the time the rookie league affiliate of the St. Louis Cardinals. In that role, she won the Appalachian League Award for Strength Coach of the Year. In 2014, she assumed a full-time role as affiliate strength and conditioning coordinator, the first time a woman had ever held that role in baseball. Unfortunately, she didn't have a card in 2014. In 2016, Balkovec was hired by the Houston Astros organization to be their Latin American strength and conditioning coordinator. With this job promotion, she learned Spanish for the position so she could better communicate with the players. She again was the first woman in that role in Major League Baseball. In 2018, she was promoted to be the Class AA Corpus Christi Hooks strength and conditioning coach. This is when I actually had the unique opportunity to meet Rachel myself, and I'll tell you that story really quick here. I collect autographs. Obviously, I had the St. Louis Cardinals set, but I also wound up buying the Corpus Christi Hooks team set that year. And Rachel was the strength and conditioning coach on Corpus Christi, and I want to say her counterpart that was with her in Johnson City was actually on the Cardinals coaching staff in AA as well. It was either that year or the year before, because I remember having a good discussion with her counterpart that also worked with her in Johnson City, the athletic trainer, I believe, was his title. And Rachel at the time, I pulled this card out from Johnson City, and she's like, "Oh my gosh, I have not seen that card in so long because it's been 6 years." And she kind of laughed at it. She's like, "Oh, I look so horrible in that picture and all this and that." And she signed it for me. Well, after I got the Corpus Christi team set, I saw Corpus Christi again. And I said, "Hey, Rachel, I have your new card." And she, was happy to oblige and sign my card here on the right as well on that second meeting. So I told her I was a big baseball fan. As you can tell, I collect everybody's autograph if I got a card for them. Sometimes I draw the line with mascots. I don't always chase them down. But a lot of my in-person counterparts always give me crap about getting autographs from the trainers, the strength coach, etc. Now all I have to say is, look whose autograph I have now. I mean, that worked out pretty good for me, getting the strength coach, because now she's a pioneer in women's baseball as the first ever manager in affiliated Major League Baseball in the minor leagues. After her year with the Corpus Christi Hooks, she moved to the Netherlands to pursue a second master's degree, and she worked for the Dutch baseball and softball programs as an assistant hitting coach. So now she's transitioned from being just a strength and conditioning coach to now a hitting coach in the Netherlands. After she graduated, she returned to the United States to work as a fellow at Driveline Baseball, researching hitters' eye tracking and pitchers' hip movement. In November of 2019, Balkovec was announced as the New York Yankees' newest hitting coach to start in spring training 2020, the first woman to hold the position full-time. It also says that she interviewed for a position with the Giants in 2019 but decided to take the role with the Yankees. Well, unfortunately, because 2020's season was canceled by COVID, she never actually got a chance to coach in a game as a hitting coach. On January 11th, 2022, so this past year, the Yankees announced that Balkovec would manage the Low A Tampa Tarpons in 2022, making her the first woman to manage an affiliated baseball. On April 8th, 2022, the Tarpons defeated the Lakeland Flying Tigers 9-6, earning Balkovec her first win in her managerial debut in affiliated baseball. So there's another section talking about her overcoming gender challenges. I'm not going to get into too much of that, but since she was a minority in the field of baseball, she said that she interviewed with many places, and she even went as far as changing her email address, like for people to contact her. She took the word Rachel out and went by Ray so she would get more responses. And she said that even, again, this is Wikipedia, it says that even on one occasion when she interviewed, that one major league affiliate told her they would never hire a female in their organization. So it doesn't say which organization that is, but that's kind of a bad thing to say. And let me rephrase that: a female as a hitting coach or a manager. So the reason I'm sharing this with you again, this is not a true TTM success. However, I was trying to rack my brain and figure out a way to incorporate women in baseball and my love of collecting autographs. My hope is that maybe Rachel sees this episode, puts a little bit of a smile on her face. I am actually thinking of writing Rachel a letter and asking her, hey, if you have a card of you, being the manager of Tampa, is there any chance that I could get a copy? If not, I'm going to eagerly await to see if there's one I can pick up out on the internet somewhere. But Rachel also has a website talking about her career up until this point. It also talks about speaking appearances and stuff like that, so I will definitely link that down here below if you want to check that out. It's just so exciting in 2022 to be able to share women in baseball. I also urge you to check out the Women in Baseball website. That'll also be linked down there at the bottom. It talks about the importance of women playing the game of baseball and also Women's Baseball Week. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. I look forward to your comments below. Rachel, I wish you the best on moving your way up the ladder to the major leagues. There are a couple females that have made the coaching ranks at the major league level, but never a manager. So it would be wonderful to see you to get that opportunity someday as a manager in the major leagues, and I'll be rooting for you. And your 2 autographs that I already have will forever be cherished in my collection, along with the memory of having the opportunity to just talk to you and meet you for even just those brief periods of time. So I'll look forward to your comments below, everybody. Again, remember the great sports, and this is a great in the making. Happy collecting.